and welcome back to another Reflection Friday. So this is just something we like to do on Fridays. We like to just reflect on how real estate investing has changed our life, made our life better, just changed in any way. And I got one of my favorite indie people here with me today. I got Miss Amie Lieurance. How's it going, Amie?
I'm good, Brian. How are you?
Very good, very good. I'll put a little plug in here for Amie and I. If you haven't seen us yet, so you need to check out some of our Wednesday wins. We did this back. You can find the videos on YouTube. Did this back at the beginning of the pandemic, just to bring some bright spots into Indianapolis, just some people's lives. Hopefully, we were able to do that, and so
Yes.
I'm excited to have Amie back on video with me again here today. So I had to find a reason to get her on here with me.
I know I missed you, Brian. I was like, oh, we stopped doing our Wednesday wins, and I'm like, oh, Miss Brian.
Yes. So very true, very true. So, but Amie, I thought you'd be a great person for this because you're kind of like in the same lines of where I was. Is essentially
Yeah.
like you were doing something completely not related to real estate at all, and basically came on to work with a team, and you've grown kind of yourself. You've grown with the team. You're doing stuff on your own now as a real estate investor. So very cool. But before we get into what you're doing now, Amie, what I'd like to hear is just kind of what were you doing before you got into real estate investing?
Awesome. Yeah. And honestly, I had no real estate background and it kind of fell in my lap. And I mean, it's been a true blessing for us, for my family. I was a stay-at-home mom. So I have three kids. My oldest is now almost 12. And so I've been home, with them for 12 years. And I've always kind of done something from home. I have a marketing background. And before this, I was doing kind of direct sales, my own little gig, and it was super fun. And it really kind of introduced me to personal development and just really got me out of my comfort zone and gave me that outlet that I'd been missing, the social aspect of, being at home all the time. And the only people you see is the people in the drop off line at preschool and stuff like that. So that was awesome. And that's kind of what opened the door for this. I worked for Mandy and Will Hull, and I knew them before this, and they reached out to me and just said, hey, would you be interested in kind of working for us? We're looking for someone part-time, and I didn't have a lot of time. I really wasn't looking for anything else. And I said, yeah, I've always been interested in real estate, and we've kind of dabbled a little bit, you know what I mean? But I don't really have a lot of experience there. So I was like, yeah, tell me more about this. So I started working with them, but before all of that, before I had kids, like I started my career, I went to IU in Bloomington, go Hoosiers. And I worked for Simon Property Group. They're the largest mall owner and developer I think in the world now. At that time, it was the U.S. And I started my career with them, and I was a marketing director for them in Peoria, Illinois. Woohoo! And then I moved back to Chicago and worked there for about 4 years. And then we moved back to Indy, and I've just had some different kind of marketing jobs.
No, awesome. It's such a cool journey. And just like the journey since I've really known you and been around you too, like over the last 3 years for both of us, we kind of came on like almost, close to the same time and see that. So it's really neat and things. So let's talk a little bit about like, just give us a little intro of kind of just, or a little brief description of kind of what you do for some of our other favorite people here in India, Will and Mandy and stuff. But so what do you do within their role or within their team, and what's your role?
Yeah, so I was hired to do all of the dispositions, which basically means that, we get properties on the front end and then I sell them to our investors on the back end. So I do all of the selling of the properties on the back end. So I'm the one that handles that for our company. If we're selling it, wholesale, if we're taking it down and doing something else with it, then I might not be the end person on the deal. But we do several closings every month. It keeps me very, very busy. So right from the get-go, it started out, it was going to be maybe like 10 hours a week to pretty much full time right away. So, but I love it. I love what I do. So I'll just keep doing this forever if I can. I feel very grateful to have the opportunity. So basically we get a property under contract, then I market that property. I decide what the price is going to be. I look at comps, and it's a long learning curve. I mean, I know you can relate,
Yeah.
just to kind of get up to speed. Like, how do you figure out what a property is worth? At the end of the day, it's kind of you don't know.
Yeah. When you have times
um,
like now and you're like, we just had this conversation of like, I probably
we,
shouldn't be able to sell this for this price, but I'm going to try it. And it sells.
but I'm gonna try. Wait, it just flew off the market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
no,
I've
awesome. So when you take a look at kind of what you're doing, like we talked about that growth and that success that you've kind of had within there. If anybody knows Will and Mandy, and they know New Paradox. They know Amie because she's such a rock star at what she does. So, but when you think about kind of what real estate investing has done for yourself, and now that you and your husband are doing some investing of your own and things too, what has that, like, when you reflect on that, what does that mean to you of what real estate investing has done for your life?
It's pretty awesome. You know, because I was a stay-at-home mom, I really wasn't bringing in any income. You know, what I was doing was just some little things here and there, and it was more to kind of to fulfill my soul and my, you know, getting out of the house kind of, thing. And so real estate has just really helped us financially. I mean, uh, very, very much. And I'm super grateful for that. So it's allowed us to do things that we couldn't do before and that we wouldn't do before. And, like our family, we bought a boat, it was a Craigslist special a couple summers ago, and it's been so fun. It's an old used boat, but whatever. We wouldn't even probably thought about doing that. Then we bought a camper this summer, so we're going camping. So it's given our family some freedoms and some financial things that we probably wouldn't have had before. And then we also, we're still working on our second flip now. It's going to be listed next week, finally, because we bought a camper. We've been going away every week, and instead of finishing the flip that we've been working on since the end of December last year. But for my husband and I, he does all the work, which is not, the way to scale your business. And that's not really what we're in it for. We're not in this to be big time flippers at all. We do it because my husband really enjoys working on things and learning new things and stuff like that. So it's more of a hobby kind of thing, not really to make a ton of money. But then as far as we have one rental property, and we like to buy more rentals as well. That's definitely one of our goals. But it's just opened our eyes to a whole new avenue for, income and freedom that we didn't really know about before. There's so many niches within real estate. I feel like the first couple of Syria meetings I went to, I was like shiny object, I'm like, oh, we should do that. No, we should do that. Why didn't I know about this? Kind of like everybody else.
Oh yeah.
But I think, really trying to stay focused on where your niche is, what you're passionate about, and what you really enjoy is important in this business.
It's awesome. So I can see in your future, maybe a possible, like, you start flipping maybe campers or something. Now you can take this camper, fix it all
Well,
up, and then upgrade.
Kind of, we're going to do that this year. We bought my dad's old camper for super cheap,
yeah.
like $500. And it needs so much work. We started ripping into that sucker, and we were just like, no. So we went and bought one that was barely used.
So,
we need more of a turnkey thing.
Yeah. So Amie, I got one more question before I get you off here. So I know, like I said, you and I kind of had that almost same path where necessarily I feel like a lot of people think when they get into real estate investing, they have to be that solopreneur or that entrepreneur and have to go out there and kind of do it themselves. We kind of took a different route where we kind of teamed up with somebody and came on team with somebody and then kind of went off from there. So what do you have to say, or any advice you have for somebody that's kind of in that same boat of like, man, I want to get into real estate investing, but I'm not an entrepreneurial spirit. I can't go out there and do it for myself. Like, how do I get teamed up with somebody, or should I? So what do you say to people that are in that boat?
Oh my gosh, there's so much opportunity. Like I said, there's so many niches, but there's so many ways to work with other people in this business to be successful. I mean, if you want to flip, you can flip with someone, like you can be part of the money and they'll be part of the money and they do the rehab. You can split the profit. I mean, there's so many ways to get involved, and you can use lending to do that, to get started if you want to. For me, I'm an independent contractor of the company. But I am so much a part of the company. I'm passionate about the company. I love the company. Mandy and Will are amazing people, and they treat us all so well, and they're super generous. And I can't see myself, doing anything else or with anybody else. And I appreciate that. But yeah, don't be afraid to partner up. There's so many opportunities there. And kind of, my background was marketing. I didn't have any really sales background or any real estate background, but what can I do? What can I bring to the table? I love talking to people. I like the networking events and meeting people. I can talk to investors all day long.
So, no, awesome stuff. Thank you so much for reflecting with me today. And I appreciate you and just what you guys do and everything like that. So thank you so much,
You
Amie.
too, Brian. Fun to watch your journey, and I love working with you guys. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem at all. So anytime, we'll bring you back. Maybe we should do another Wednesday wins too. I think down the road or something.
Probably should do that here soon.
Probably should. So awesome. So thank you for tuning in today. And this has been another Reflection Friday. And with that, we'll see you next Friday with another one. Take care.